Okay, we're going to try to use do a full video from zero to holding a part in our hand with the CNC plasma cutter for the Idea Foundry. And the first thing I'm going to do, this laptop is already turned on and logged in. It's plugged into this outlet, which is plugged into the extension cord back there, and the extension cord is plugged into that wall. And we're extending the desktop to this other monitor. So I'm going to open up my Plasm. It's a Polish program, which is why it doesn't say Plasma. And we're going to say yes. Incidentally, we're logged in at the as the Idea Foundry on this computer. Now I'm going to go to Import File, and then I'm going to go to C:\CNC Plasma. I think it's drawing2.dxf. And here it is. Now I'm going to click this arrow to load it in. I'm going to expand this window. So we see the cut number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that's automatically determined by this sequence here and the left. So it's starting with the bottom left, and it's labeling them all. So you can see that number 12, the last one, is the rectangle cut. If we do that, I'm playing with this thing here. Oh, I think if I click on that, I'm having trouble changing. Okay, it is changing some of those numbers. So I'm going to go back to bottom left, and okay, and then I'm going to move this slider knob all the way to the right like that, and that changes, there we go, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., and the last one is 12. So still have something to learn about this, but now I'm going to say, oh, and then there's also, are these cuts lead in or lead out? So if I click lead in, looks like they all start from the inside, and I can change the size of this lead in, and we see that the piercing and the lead in changes. So we're going to keep it small, and yeah, still some stuff to learn there. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to say check. What that does is that imports it in here. Now, I think we can determine where the origin is by clicking these guys here. So this sets the origin to the top left. This sets it to bottom left. This sets it to 0. And what I'm going to do now, it says offline and communications error. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the steppers. We hear the steppers pulse. This box is just 110, and it is also plugged into this outlet down here. Now, if I press these arrows left and right, we see that it's doing the simulation. It's moving the cursor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click communication to reset. It says okay now. Now if I hit this arrow, we hear and see the servos moving. If we hit 0, and we can see the cursor right there, it won't let me go past that, but if I hold right click instead of left click on the mouse, so if I hit the right click here, it will go past that spot. So we can see that there. So I'm going to left click until 0. Now if I hold right click, it goes past it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these cursors to move. I'm going to right click, there we go. And I think this is a 16-inch long piece, so I'm comfortable that we have 16 inches here. Oh, incidentally, I'm also going to take this clip and I'm going to attach it to one of the upright vertical blades. I'm going to make sure that I don't move the plasma nozzle to hit this guy, so I'm going to be cognizant of that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reference 0, x, y. So this will zero out. Don't know why it's still calling all that. I thought that that would reference it out. I'm going to also move the Z down with these green arrows until it hits. And then I'm going to say Z equals 0.